Just because we're living in this quarantine world doesn't mean that we have to sacrifice having fun and going on trips. And in this video, I'm gonna share some quick quarantine getaway ideas. But first things first, definitely consult with your trusted medical professionals, your go-to internet sources, maybe the CDC, maybe government sites, so that you can look at the safety guidelines and follow them. I'm not here to tell you what safety guidelines you should follow, but I'm going to tell you kind of what I'm thinking about doing and what I have done and will do on future trips that I take during these difficult times. Having said that, one of the things that you want to do right out of the gate is be prepared. Bring multiple masks with you. One of the things that you're seeing a lot of is a lot of places are starting to carry masks and sell a lot of cool designs. They're almost becoming like a fashion statement right now. So, you can probably find masks in places, they're available in a lot of places now, but it's difficult to tell how good a mask is for you until you wear it for several hours. So, you might have a mask that you buy and when you wear it, it just doesn't fit right. Maybe it's a little too loose and it falls off your face a little bit, or it's too tight and it tugs on your ear, or it just, maybe you drop it and then you lose it, or it flies away in the wind. Who knows? Just bring your own supply of masks, bring multiple masks, and definitely if you have kids, you want to make sure to bring masks specific for their size face, because even though masks, some of them say that they're adjustable, sometimes they're not as easy to adjust. Definitely in advance of going on your trip, make sure you got the masks ready to go. Make sure that masks that everybody's comfortable with in your group, and bring those along with you. The other thing is bring your own cleaning supplies. Bring your own sanitization gear. And this is important too because, again, even though you may know where you're going in advance, you don't really know once you're on the trip the condition of restrooms, the condition of just places where you can clean up. So don't rely on that. Bring your own stuff with you, and that way you don't have to worry about waiting in long lines in restrooms just to wash your hands or something like that. Bring your own stuff to clean with. The other thing is, and this is a pretty important idea that you want to keep in mind, is don't worry that you can't go on those big long trips or go on the Bahama trip, the dream vacation to Hawaii or the Bahamas or Disney, or the cruise vacation that you can't go on now. There's probably a lot of fun and interesting places in your backyard within a day of where you live, where most people live. If you're lucky enough to live, whether you're lucky enough to live by the ocean or near the coast, or even in the middle of the country or anywhere in between, the fact of the matter is there's a lot of diversity in the U.S. There's a lot of cool places that you can go visit. Depending on your taste and what you like, definitely make it fun. Make it, you can probably visit and experience places that you never thought you would go to because, well, now you have more limited options. But you can make yourself have a wider array of options if you just think outside the box and be a little creative in advance. Check online and make it a fun experience to plan your day trip in advance. And this goes into my next idea, which is, make it a day trip. Don't try to make it some long trip where you have to then, rely on crowded mass transit options. I'm not saying that they're dangerous, and I'm not saying that they're not dangerous. You may be the type of person that wants to avoid, say, going to the airport. Maybe the airport is crowded. Maybe you're not comfortable being inside of a plane with other people. And again, it may be pretty safe because a lot of it, all the airports, from what I understand, are employing very rigorous safety protocols, and they're all doing it. But again, maybe you're just not comfortable doing that at this point, and that's fine. So make it a day trip. My point here is that you don't have to sacrifice having fun by not being able to get on a plane and flying across the country or to some other part of the world. You can still have fun, going on a day trip, going somewhere where you can leave in the morning and come back the same day. So, and there's different things you could do. I mean, you could do your own research, but if you live next to the coast, there's a million and one things you could do. Go to the beach, and not necessarily just go in the water. I'm not just saying that. I'm saying explore the beachside communities, the beachside activities of just you being able to walk in a beach town, or take advantage of the boardwalk if you live next to a boardwalk. Of course, being mindful of social distancing and the better times of day and night to do these things where you can social distance to your level of satisfaction. And everybody's different regarding that. Also too, if you live in the middle of the country, maybe there's parks, nature trails, places with beautiful scenery that would be an awesome place to visit on a day trip, and you don't have to worry about large crowds. So definitely look at these different places and be creative about going on a day trip. The other thing about a day trip that is really, really good and just a great option in these times is if you have a car, if you're fortunate enough to have a car, you can just go in your own car, and that's your personal space, which you can control as far as making sure that it's sanitized and to your level of satisfaction. And you can control who goes in and out, as opposed to mass transit, which, is the opposite of that, basically. Day trips are also more economical. Maybe it's cheaper for you. In most cases, it probably is cheaper for you to go on a day trip. You don't have to worry about spending money in a hotel or spending money on airfare. So a day trip in a car, a nice little road trip, that might be pretty nice. Give it a shot. Bring portable food options with you, such as maybe if you want to be really healthy, bring canned tuna. Bring those tuna pouches with you that are airtight. I wouldn't eat them in the car for obvious reasons, but also too, if you're going in a car, there are a lot of, nice convenience stores that, maybe gas station convenience stores, mini marts that have a wide variety of food options, both packaged and fresh, available. So you can you could be healthy, or you could splurge and just be a little unhealthy for the day. There's a lot of variety there, and you don't have to give up a lot by going on a day trip. You can still have fun even with food. The other thing is, don't neglect, and I'm speaking for myself now, I'm talking to you, I'm not gonna neglect the possibility, and I'm definitely gonna be open to the possibility of going somewhere that's a little bit farther out and maybe taking advantage of the cheap hotel rates that are out there. So if you bring your own cleaning supplies, like I said, follow the safety protocols of your, the places that you trust. Heed their advice. A lot of hotels are also engaging in very strict, rigorous safety protocols and sanitization guidelines of their own. I wouldn't rely on them, but it's nice to know that in addition to what you're going to be doing, the hotels are also going the extra mile by cleaning the rooms much more so than they would in the past. Another thing is a hotel room, if you're by yourself or with your own little group, you can control that space. You can clean it to your level of satisfaction, and that can be fun too, just going somewhere, and even if it's just a day trip, an overnight trip, for example, one day to the next, stay in a hotel. That can be fun. Just something new, something fresh. Get out of your house, go somewhere else, spice things up. It's a good change of pace. I'm sure where you live, within a day or two of where you live by car, where you could just have a lot of fun with it. Maybe visit a beach community with a boardwalk and engage in some healthy walking activities. Being mindful of social distancing. If you're in the middle of the country, maybe there are some parks that you can go to, places that have nice landscapes, where you can be healthy, take some nice walks, have some picnics, things that you can do, still being socially distant from other people, being smart about health and safety. Again, day trips are awesome. And if you can, again, find some good hotel bargains out there, I don't think that they're that dangerous. I think that they're pretty safe. Especially, again, bringing your own cleaning supplies and just doubling up on the cleaning. Whatever the hotel does, you're gonna do some more stuff on your own, wiping down all of the hotel surface area, high-touch surface areas that people come in contact with. Definitely take advantage of hotel day trips. Now, if you notice, I'm not really getting into specific places, because it just varies where you live. You're gonna have a million places that you can go to, but I'm just trying to get across the idea that it's okay to go out there and have fun. Just be very mindful of your health and safety of yourself and others. And until the next one, guys, I will see you very soon on an actual day trip that I go on. Hopefully you guys will want to watch that video and join me for the ride. See you later, guys.